Hey guys, welcome back, sweetheart. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Hi Ho Live. We're thrilled to have you, and we have a great lineup for tonight. We're going to do we're going to go through the Monday Digs lineup. We're going to do some giveaways. We have a very special guest lined up for tonight, and we'll do all kinds of fun stuff, and we'll go all the way up to 6:45 when the first of the Monday Digs lineup comes on. So so thank you for being here. I want to encourage you guys to join the chat. Send pictures of your finds if you found something interesting or you want to share with everybody. I love the goofy pictures. Send us a picture of you kissing a fish or goofy pictures. For now, man, we'd love to see next week some Halloween pics from the kids or any of the remarkable stuff from the happenings of the week and whatever happens on Friday night. So a lot of times those are quite picture worthy, and I'd love to see them. So we're on for a great evening, and looking very much forward to getting to know our guest quite a bit better. So, but before we do that, we're going to go ahead and get caught up with the folks who are already here, and I want to say hi. So let's see here. We've already got quite a few people in the chat. So Ronnie, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. So good to see you. I hope Torchy got her silver. Hi, Torchy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hey, thanks for sharing that video out too. That means that means so much for thank you. Oh, look here, Ronnie hitting 2K. Congratulations, congratulations, Ronnie. Really thrilled to that. Hey, we've got Buckleboy in the house. How about that? We're thank you for being here, Buckleboy, and we're gonna hear a lot more there. Papa Roos, thank you for being in the house. Always appreciate you. You do a lot of cool stuff behind the scenes, and it's very much appreciated. So let's see who else we've got in the chat there. We've got Marty Bristol in the house. Marty, thanks. I got your note there. Congratulations on winning last week, and we'll have another one of those giveaways tonight. So you could win again. We've got, let's see. Oh, yeah, here we go. We've got Rick Hay in the house. Rick, thanks for being here. Sorry about your Steelers last night. I felt like you guys had that game won, but the Pack kind of steamrolled you at the end there. So, but thanks for being here. Always appreciate you. Look here, we've got Relic Rat in the house, recovering artifacts together. Thank you so much for being here, Cliff. Really appreciate you and all the things we do behind the scenes. So thank you for being here. Hey, we've got Colleen from Lucky Duck Digger. Thank you for joining the show tonight. We've got the Mystic Librarian, always a great supporter, and thank you very much for being here. We have some other folks joining in. Hello, Jim Steele. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate you. And there you go, Mr. Tully. Thanks for being here. Mr. Tully has the distinction of being the very first silver winner on Hi Ho Silver. So thanks for being here. And I just snuck you in on tonight's giveaway. So so glad to have you tonight. Oh, look, we've got the metal detecting mermaid. Thank you. Thanks for sharing the video tonight, and so glad you're here, Anna. We'll see who else we've got. Hey, there's these two. Hello, these two. Thank you for being here. Really do appreciate that. And let's see here. Who else? There we go. We've got Tim B in the house. Very staunch supporter of Hi Ho Silver and many other recovering folks. Detect Dig Smile. Now there's an upcoming guest, so you won't want to miss that. Look at that. Girls are carving pumpkins. That is great. That's a perfect time of the year. So there you go. Hey, there you go. He got a little some. He got some love in the mail. So I'm thrilled to hear that, man. Really do appreciate that. And we've got, oh, there we go. Angie, welcome back, sweetheart. I appreciate you being here and all the support you've given me. And looks like we're just about caught up there on the chat. So what I want to do right off the bat here is get our Monday Digs lineup out there, and then we'll bring on our special guest. So tonight we have a fantastic lineup for Monday Digs. We have 7 different creators, and starting off after this live, I have the automatic redirect on, so it'll go right straight to the first video, and that is Hi Ho Silver. And tonight we've got Dirty Finds and Clean Fun. So that's at 7:45 Eastern, followed by B Higgles, and he's got another one of those episodes from the Drained Lake, and man, he's finding lots and lots of cool stuff there. So looking forward to that. Then follow that by the at 8:15 Eastern with the metal detecting mermaid. She's actually detecting after the remnants of a hurricane. So that's a great time to dig, treasure hunt on the beaches. So quite interested to hear and see what she has to share with us tonight. Following that at 8:30 Eastern is Florida Thunder Digging with Rob. And not only did he get his stuff in way early, but and thank you, Rob, for doing that. But he also has free and huge silver tonight. So that would be an interesting. That'll be an interesting video. Following that, we've got Ohio River History, 8:45. He's doing a collaboration with B Higgles, and they're actually doing a product review. It's the CKG Treasure Seeker Kit, and I think there's a giveaway involved. So CKG Treasure Seeker Kit, and that's with Ohio River History. Followed by Dropped and Forgotten up in Omaha. He's got some old silver to show us tonight, and believe me, getting really old silver here in Kansas City or up in Omaha or this area of the country is a trick. So I'm really looking forward to that. And we're going to wrap up tonight with Expressions of the Outdoors. Fuzzy always puts on a great video, and it's a very timely, it's a spooky sanitarium video. So really looking forward to that. Thank you for all the content creators that put so much time and effort into bringing the Monday Digs into reality every Monday night, and we're really looking forward to the lineup. We'll go over that again before we sign off, but that's our lineup for tonight, and we are quite thrilled to have that. So, without further ado, we are going to bring on a very special guest. Everyone say hello to Buckleboy. You might know him as William, but in metal detecting circles, we know him as Buckleboy. And thank you so much for being here. We're just thrilled to have you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you for having me tonight.
You're quite welcome. You're a very interesting fella, and I was talking with William earlier. 4 years ago or so, I was on TreasureNet a lot, way before I ever thought about YouTube videos or any of that stuff. And I would kind of salivate over all the cool stuff he was finding in those cane fields and down in that area of the country. I had no idea that there was that kind of history there, and it's very interesting. A little bit like some of the Canadian stuff, where is a moment in time where the U.S. wasn't really settled, but it had all kinds of influences from all kinds of other places. So it's quite interesting, and we're thrilled to have you here. But one of the main reasons that we have you here tonight on this particular time is you have spent a fair bit of time and energy authoring a book. So I just want you to take the floor. Tell us anything you want to about what you have going on, how we can join in, etc.
Yeah, sure. So I spent a lot of time trying to, of course, figure out the things that I've found and figure out what they were. And I spent a lot of time. Really, the kind of the genesis of this is on the old TreasureNet. On the old TreasureNet forum, I was really active, most of all in the "What is it" category of that
Right.
forum. just trying to figure out what things were, trying to search things and track things down and help people with that. And that really, it felt good to not only learn what something was, but then to be able to realize that there would be a record there for as long as the website was in existence, that would kind of let future people maybe have an idea of what it was.
Right.
Um, so I spent a lot of time, in that forum helping folks, and gradually got to the point where I thought, I'd like to maybe do something a little more consequential for the hobby. And so, every find tells a story, and a lot of times, we puzzle over these things endlessly. When we find something,
Right. Right.
uh, and so I thought, wouldn't it be great if there was a book that had a lot of information in it? Because currently, um, you might have a good Civil War relic book like the Howard Crouch book, or you might have a spur book like the Dorsey book, or a Crouch book on spurs. You might say, "Well, I like a button. I found a button, and I want to look it
Right.
up." So if it's a military button, I might look it up in Alberts or Tice, or
Uh-huh.
one of those, or the one of the other button books. If it's a
Right.
transportation button, I might look it up in the Van Court books. But all that information is spread way out depending on what it is. And so what I thought was, wouldn't it be nice to have a lot of stuff in one place? And so about 4 years ago, I decided to sit down and start working on a book. And I'd had an informal conversation with Butch Holcomb at American Digger,
Hmm. Hmm.
and he had said, if you ever want to, write a book or something, we can talk about that. And so I decided I would get a bunch of it done, and get a bunch of things on paper, and see what he thought. And he responded by sending me a contract to finish it up. And so about that time, the series of books on the UK in the UK came out, Finds Identified, which was kind of right around the pandemic or a little before or something.
Right.
And those are great books because they've got of course things going all the way back to Roman and Saxon times. And so I started thinking, wouldn't it be great if we had something like that here for North American relics?
Right.
So I started working on that book, and it's been quite a journey. It's been 4 years of my time,
Wow.
and 3 years of the time, with the American Digger editorial team.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't realize they had such an influence there. I'm not that familiar with American Diggers, other than the magazine and that. But yeah, fantastic. So, was there ever a time in that 4 year process where you're like, "Wow, I got in over my head," or "Oh my gosh, this is I don't know if this is going to be worth it," or whatever?
Yeah, probably weekly at times. You
Right.
there are things that you're excited about, and there are things that you're not as excited about. And in the hobby, I think everybody's that way. Some people are excited about jewelry at the beach. Some people are excited
Right.
about silver in any capacity. Some people are excited about coins. Some people are excited about Civil War, Rev War relics, and we all have those preferences. Well, with a book like this, it covers basically everything that you could find in the ground, or vast majority of it. There were things that I never really thought about or cared to know anything about, and so I had to start from
Right.
scratch on all of those things, and sit there and say, "Gosh, doll parts, China doll, porcelain doll arms and legs.
Right.
Do I really want to know about that?" And then I'm contacting collectors and saying, I gotta be as knowledgeable about this as my favorite thing, in order to write
Hmm.
this book, because I
Hmm.
don't want any mistakes in it.
Right.
So there were a lot of times like that where I thought, "Gosh, I'm kind of in over my head. Maybe I should have put some boundaries on this." But then how do you make a boundary on a book like this?
Right. Right.
You know,
In similar things, I've never tried to write a book, but in similar things, especially in the professional environment, I think I know what I want to do, and then as I dive into it, the scope of it just creeps bigger and bigger and bigger, and I get to the place where I'm almost overwhelmed by the wanting to do it right, but now I've really got to answer a lot of stuff, right? So anyway, I feel for you. You said you had a copy of the book, right?
yeah,
Can you show
yeah.
folks?
This
Um,
is the book,
Oh my
Relics: A
gosh, that
Guide to
is gorgeous.
Identification.
That is so gorgeous. Okay, I appreciate that. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the book up on the screen so
Hmm.
we can we'll go to that next, and you don't have to necessarily hold it up and talk and all that.
That's
But
good because it's
that
heavy.
is just gorgeous.
Yeah. So, yeah, this I was really pleased with how everything turned out. I mean, the editorial team has been great to work with. I mean, this is it's really a dream to be able to have a book that looks so good.
Right,
I was
right.
telling Chris with the Dig Show out of the UK. I was telling him on the last interview. You know, I tried to write a book that was could function like a coffee table book. So
Hmm.
people were going to see a lot of pictures. There's 1,800 photos in it. It's a massive amount of.
Wow, 1800. My
Yeah,
goodness.
to just think about how that all happened is just so much time just to take all the photos and edit everything, and then writing all the photo captions. We got to a certain point when I was getting ready to submit some chapters, and I realized I hadn't written any photo captions. So I sat down and spent all that spent hours writing photo captions, to get us started. Um, but with a book like this, you can go through and you could just look at the pictures and read the captions and learn a lot.
Right,
If you wanted to, you could go through and read every bit of the text, and there's a lot. It's
mhm,
very wordy. I mean, there's a lot of
right,
information there.
right.
But you can also go to the bibliographies that are at the end of each section that just list the resources. So
Uh-huh.
let's say you found a button and you don't know what it is. You go to the button section of this book. You figure out, let's say that it's a sportsman's button. So you go look through there and you say, okay, well, how do I find more? And then you go to the bibliography and there's resources there for you.
Yeah,
So it kind of serves like a jumping off place
right.
too.
That
Yeah.
is just fascinating. I'm going to go ahead and put up a sample of one of the pages in the book that you sent. So you're welcome to go through this one, and man, that is so cool.
I saw somebody say, "You're Buckleboy. You're not a boy." Yeah, well, I've had that name for quite a while now. Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
name given to me by a good
right,
digging
right.
buddy of mine. The story on that is that he and I went out on our very first Civil War hunt, and uh, and I dug a sword belt plate. He had never found a Civil War buckle, and I dug a sword belt plate.
Wow.
I thought, this guy that I didn't really know, either we're
All
going to
right.
be the best of friends or we're going to be this will be the end of it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And we ended up being friends to this day.
Oh, that's
And
fantastic.
Yeah, he called me Buckle Boy, and it kind of stuck. Um,
Yeah, cool.
yeah,
That is
this is the back cover of the book that kind of explains a little bit about what's inside the book, all of those different items, and a little blurb on the back cover there.
yeah, neat. So this is a sample of one of the pages, and can you just kind of go through how it's set up? I know it might be a little difficult for folks to read, but
Yeah, that's the back cover.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's the
Okay,
back cover
sorry.
here. Yeah,
I thought it was a sample page. All right, right.
yeah.
So, well, absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. And can you go ahead and tell us anything about where can we find something cool like this? Or how can what's the easiest way for our audience to participate and to find your cool relic book?
The best way is for them to email me, and my email is buckleboymetaldetecting@gmail.com, and they can inquire there. I take normally PayPal and Zelle through
Hmm.
that email, but other payment methods are possible if that's a problem for
Right.
somebody. And that's probably the most direct and easiest way to
Yeah,
get
I think I've got a banner that's got well, it's actually got your YouTube on it. So sorry about that. I didn't put your email on there. I probably should have thought about that.
I'll
But
drop it
anyway,
in the chat right now.
yeah, that'd be great. Great. Appreciate that. And in the chat, I did see a question. So, thank you, Angie. Our first question for Buckle Boy is William. Have you found something that still stumps you?
Yeah, I've got some things that still stump me. I mean, it feels like I find something, all the time. It's impossible in this hobby to have seen everything. And
Right.
we sometimes people post that people a lot of times will post what they found, and you kind of look through, and a lot of people be gravitating towards the coins, the shiny things, and I'm always looking at the other stuff. I'm thinking,
Right.
what story does this tell? What's the time period here? What does it
Right.
say about whoever lived there? And I'm always looking at those rusty, crusty things, trying to figure out
Yeah.
what some of those things
Yeah.
are. But I feel like all the time I'm finding things that I have to sit down and try to figure out what they are. And part of it
Right.
is because you can never find everything, right? You can never
Right.
see everything. And part of it is the fact that there's fragments of things that AI, people share a lot of stuff with AI, and I do want to talk at some point about that a little bit. That
Sure. Sure.
AI and the reliability of online information or
Uh huh. Uh huh.
unreliability of it, because that's important.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think that a lot of this hobby is, that's what's really refreshing about metal detecting is that it's like Christmas. You never know what's going to be there for you to find, but
it's
also
so
you
true.
never know
So true.
what you're going to find that you can't ID. So
Right.
yeah,
Right. Right.
long story short, I have a what's it bins, and they're like boxes of relics. And in fact, in this book, I recommend that people have those boxes of relics. Let me see. I probably got a photo of one of those boxes here in the book. Yeah, right here. There's a photo of one of these boxes right down
Uh
here
huh.
in the
Yeah. We
corner.
can see it.
Yeah,
Sure. Sure. Sure.
and so that is a cardboard box that's got all the relics for one site
Mm-hmm.
on in the box. And so I think it's important because sometimes you find a piece of something and you're like, oh, that's nothing. And then you find the main part of it and you're like,
Right.
wow, that's the Civil War, whatever it is.
Oh
And you're
yeah.
like, did I find that other thing? Where is it? Did I throw it away?
uh,
That's that sinking feeling that you have in your gut.
right.
And
Right.
having a box like that where the relics are organized by where you dug them, that'll help you find that pretty easily and reunite those pieces.
Yeah. A great idea. And I have my own bucket, and I keep it. It fills up, and I sort it out with whatever the things that I think I'm going to keep. But there's a bigger one that's just miscellaneous, and I don't know what I've got. I just literally don't know what I've got. But you said you kind of gravitated towards the relics. That kind. I'm still young enough in my treasure hunting career, and maybe sophomoric enough. I don't know. Man, if I find something shiny, I am just thrilled.
Oh, I love that stuff too. I mean, there's not a
Yeah,
problem for that. I mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
here's the thing. Like, I part of it is that we dig a lot of shiny items down here, so it kind of, there's a lot of seeded and Spanish silver down in a lot of the areas that were former plantation economy.
right.
And I would love to dig more coppers. I mean, I get jealous of people that dig nice condition King George coppers, state coppers,
Yeah,
large cents, because we hardly ever dig that stuff. For some reason, it just, and I go into some of those reasons actually in the book as to why these economies were on more like the silver economy as
right,
opposed
right.
to copper coins or barter and trade.
Yeah.
But yeah, the relics to me, they just tell an interesting story that often a coin doesn't really capture.
Mhm.
It says something about how somebody was using something, or
So
what they
true.
bought,
Right.
or what it looked like, or what they had in their home, or where
Yeah.
they went. So
Yeah.
to me, that's kind of interesting, and I know that everybody floats their boat in a different way, and that's perfectly
Mhm.
fine too.
It is. It is. But I love that you said that. I was even for those of us in the audience that didn't know, and I didn't know until today. I was actually watching a TED talk that you put on. It was fantastic, and you were going over just a little bit of the history. I only got to see the beginning of it, but it's true for my area. I mean, Kansas City was incorporated in 1848. Okay. And it wasn't even called Kansas City until about 1889. It was, they were still figuring out where the states were and all the rest of that stuff. So when we find something from the mid 1800s around here, it's like, wow, fantastic. We're really, really thrilled with that. So, but you got to, in many ways, you got to kind of, grow where you're planted, if you will, and that's what we have around here is that era of stuff. But and because of that, I've really fallen in love with the Victorian era stuff because I find enough of it where it keeps me really interested. But I did find my first largie within the last few weeks. Very first large cent ever, right here in Kansas City, 1845, and I just thrilled with it. But and we'll see it on an upcoming video. I want to keep
Yeah,
up with.
I saw that that Franklin half you pulled.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Great find there. It's I had always wanted a Franklin half, but it was so much newer than a lot of the spots that I would ever be
right,
in
right,
that unless a farmer dropped it, I would have had no shot at finding one. And about I don't
yep,
know 8 years ago or so, I finally got my first Franklin half. It was in the middle of a road, and I guess there was a couple of wheat pennies in there and I think maybe somebody had just sat down or been
right,
working, or maybe got out of their car and
right.
it fell out of their pocket.
Hmm. Can you see that relic rat says I had a dental impression in my truck for a year before I knew what it was. And that's yeah, that's exactly right, right.
Yeah,
Lucky Duck, thank you. That's so true. Context is important, and objects tell history. They tell a story. They really do. You mentioned Pete from Detective Smile is talking about Google Lens. You mentioned that you wanted to talk about AI a little bit and identification, so this is a
yeah,
perfect segue.
yeah. I think there's things that AI is really good at. If I want to know something about technology, if I want to figure out something on YouTube or Facebook or something like that or Instagram, I can figure that out pretty easily with AI. If I want to identify a relic, sometimes that's touch and go. Sometimes it'll really help me. Sometimes it will, I posted something here a while back on my. I got a Facebook group that I run. It's an ID group. It's Buckleboy's Relic ID page.
Okay.
Um, and so people who want to reach out there can reach out there and ask questions about what they
Right.
found. And I think that's really useful. But
Mm-hmm.
I posted something because there was a like a pewter cup that somebody found in a it's like a pewter goblet that somebody found in a creek. I want to say up in the Northeast, and they put
Okay.
it into AI and it said it was 3,000 years old.
Right.
And,
Right. Right.
and I mean,
Yeah.
AI can be so far off,
Yeah.
and people, we always we like I guess like would you call it confirmation bias in psychology? We want these things to be really cool so badly that we want it. We'll jump to that conclusion any chance we get. So, so often, if AI says something is really old or it's a Civil War item or whatever, then we just go along with it because we're like, yeah, that's what I wanted it to be.
Right.
I tend to try to take a sober look at things, and a couple of people called me the dream crusher because I'd always say, I'm sorry, that's not what you think it is,
Right.
and send them a link to what it actually was. But I'm sure that there are some people who read this book and they'll find a thing or two that they thought was something better than what it is. But they'll
Uh-huh.
also find a lot of things that they didn't think was anything that are actually pretty interesting.
Exactly.
And
I
that's
bet
the
that
goal.
happens a lot.
That's the
Yeah.
goal of this.
Right.
I think that as the internet grows and as AI grows, we're going to tend to try to trust it more,
Yeah.
and that's for good and for bad.
Right.
The bad is that it can really lead us astray. Um, the good is that it could hopefully really help us a lot. Um,
Right.
but the thing with a lot of this website information is you can find just about anything online and figure it out. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
anything if you wanted to find out that the sky was purple or the sky was
Exactly.
red,
Exactly. You
you
can
could
find
find something on there that will tell you that.
you can find something
So
to justify your story for sure. Yeah.
justify just about anything. So,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
means that online is really not where you want to be as a treasure hunter.
Right.
It,
Well,
if
I've
you've seen it,
go ahead.
everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
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 If you've seen the research that's online, you can bet that somebody else has seen it too. You want to be in books. You want to be in basements of courthouses and in
Right.
in in research rooms and find the stuff that nobody else has seen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's It's so true. And I didn't know about your Facebook page, your ID page, but I have found TreasureNet to be a fantastic resource when I can't identify something. They've helped me on my videos and other things because I'm pretty sure it's something cool, but I just don't have any idea what it is. So anyway, that's fantastic. Listen, we're right up there at the top of the hour, so let's go ahead and dive into our first. Uh, I do want to encourage folks. If you have a question for Buckleboy, please put it in the chat. We're likely to find it because we're both watching the chat. But I want to go ahead and go to our first giveaway tonight. So, as you guys know, on Hi Ho Silver, we have giveaways on Monday nights. And the first one we're going to do tonight is, let me get rid of that banner a second here. The first one we're going to do tonight is for the Hi Ho cycle. Now, the way that works, William, is that in during the Monday Digs video, I'll give a clue or something like that for folks to comment on to get into the next drawing. But and I got to give credit where credit is due. Sam, the medical detectorist, coined the hi-ho cycle because, like I said, I hunt a lot, but I hunt in this zone 1910, 1920, 1930, and I'm right in that zone over and over and over again, right? So I find lots of old dog tags, toy cars. I do find a lot of silver because Kansas City is a fairly good sized town, and lots of keys because I do yards, and I just find I find them over and over and over again. So those four items: a key, dog tag, a toy, and a piece of silver are the hi ho cycle, and we hit that on the last video. So these 24 folks all commented on the video that in there and put cycle in there. So we're going to now do the giveaway and the giveaway tonight. And before we do that, I'm gonna back up just for a second because I want to show folks what we're getting. Now, how did you go away? Oh, yeah, I think we lost your connection there, William. So hopefully you're jumping right back to us, unless I just lost you. But okay, so for tonight,
Well, I
the
just went
hydro
blank.
yeah, you still there, William? We lost your video somehow. Um, but anyway, we've got the Washington quarter, a war nickel, a 1945 Mercury dime, and a 1945 wheat penny. That's all up for grabs on the high ho cycle giveaway. So we're going to make sure that comes up right. Come on, sweetheart. Yep, and I think we lost William for a minute there. So that's these are all the folks who are in there for the contest, and I will transition it over now to go ahead and let's see who won. Good luck to everyone, all 24 contestants. Thank you guys so much for playing along and being part of the deal, and I sure hope you win some silver tonight. How about some Halloween silver, huh? And the winner is Marty. Marty, you're kind of greedy there, man. I think you won 2 nights in a row, 2 weeks in a row now. So, wow, congratulations. I'm going to put you down there, and you are on a roll, fine sir. Okay, guys. Yeah, so we lost the connection, and I'm just going to remove that. We'll keep going. Thank you guys for all the participation on the with our guest, and he's quite fascinating. I hope he can jump right back on sometime too. Buckleboy, Dream Treasure Boy, huh? Yeah, yeah. Oh, look who we've got in the house here. Talca. Buenas noches, mi amigo. And thanks. Talca joins us all the way from Chile. So thank you for being here. Appreciate that so much. Let's see who else we've got in the house here tonight. Torchy says, boom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, there we go. We got a little skill of action. Yep. Hey, we've got our good buddy back now. Let me go ahead and add him in there. Yeah, I was glad to. I was glad it wasn't something on my end because I have had several operator error things that have happened. But anyway, thanks for jumping right back in. Let's see here, and Marty Bristol won the High Ho Cycle Prize. And let's see who else here. Congrats, Marty. I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna try to catch all the way up with the chat. So yeah, we're doing fine there now. So let me get back to that banner. I'll throw that back up. And you sent me quite a few cool relic pictures. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the first one up. I don't have these in any particular order, but I think I've got 8 or 9 of them. So we should be in good shape now. Let's see here. The first one is, oh, I got to add you. Now that you came off there, I've got to add you back in. So just bear with me for a second, guys. I'm gonna throw us back in the. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Let me just delete that. That's pretty close. Okay, so give us the background on this one.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem, no problem
Yeah,
at all.
every once in a while I have a technical issue or two.
Yeah, it'll
That
happen.
is a Civil War relic that I have been after for quite a while, and I've never found one. A lot of the earlier metal detector hobbyists had dug a lot of these items along with a lot of the belt buckles and plates that were out there. Because it's an unbelievably big signal, and it always sounds good. And that is a flagstaff tip, also known as a guidon tip.
Oh
And
yeah,
so that's
yeah,
a
I
federal
don't.
one.
Mhm.
So that would have been on top of the Yankee colors during their campaigns here through Louisiana.
That is so cool. It's just fantastic. Um, and by the nature of that one, that was a Union guidon.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
it was a Union guidon.
right,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. And there's a
Yeah, there's
great video on that on my channel. It's got that as the thumbnail for it. So definitely go check that out if you
right.
haven't.
Right. Yeah, sure will. That's so cool, man. I love when you can when we have the ability to identify it to one side or the other. I only have one Confederate relic that I know is a verified Confederate. Was issued from the Richmond Arsenal and that, and I had no idea about that other than TreasureNet told me. And
Oh wow,
they've got
yeah.
they've got some guys there that really are amazing with buttons, just all kinds of
It's a
all kinds
great
of stuff.
resource. That's one of the old forums, and so many of the old forums, I guess, would Find Mall and American ARH forum was one of the first ones, American Relic Hunters forum, and Treasure Net is one of the ones that still remains. I'm
Right?
sure it's not going to be around forever, but I'd
Yeah,
be super sad to see it go.
yeah. I I've felt that, and I don't have an experience to refer to there, but I do feel like there's less and less posting and less interaction on TreasureNet compared to when I first got on there. And they're not very
Yeah.
crazy about videos.
The golden years for that forum seem to be, from about 2006 to about 2016 or 18, even 2016, 17. Mark, the guy who had owned it, sold it to some other people who changed a bunch of things, and it didn't have quite the same
Right,
moderation and experience. And of course, when Facebook came along and decided to do groups, then you could have a group and you could see everybody's finds, uh, and that kind of gave a sense of immediacy that loading photos one by one into a server and making
right,
something look like a
right.
magazine online, like a blog, didn't really have that sense.
Yeah, yeah. You're spot on. Sam, the medical detectorist, jumped in. Sam, if you're listening, I did give you credit for the high ho cycle, so I want that to be memorialized there. Looks like we have a question here. Thank you, Mystic. Mystic is saying your best personal find, most historic. most valuable with question marks. So kind of you're at liberty to do multiple or whichever why it's your best.
Wow. Well, in the, when I started this book, I said, really what I wanted was to create a resource that wasn't just there's been a lot of books published that, how do I say this? And I don't have any issue with those books. I think everything has a purpose. Let me just say that first. But I noticed that there were a lot of books that were published with all these glamorous relics that were just like all finds of a lifetime that nobody who's a normal human being is ever going to dig, really, most likely.
Right, right,
And so I just decided, I don't want to write a book like that. I want to write a book that connects to the items that everybody's going to find and connects to the items that everybody used as Americans, as North Americans, even because we have Canadian relics in the book too, in the past. And so I said, I'm going to kind of not do a lot of that. Here's these amazing big finds that nobody will ever dig. But in the last chapter of the book, there's about a dozen finds that I consider some of my personal best finds ever.
mm-hmm.
And I would have to say, probably my biggest one would probably be uh, there's a Spanish colonial cap badge that I've shown here, and that item is unique. It's fragmentary, so I'm only finding pieces of it, but every time I'm finding more pieces of it.
Oh yeah, cool. And
Yep,
what did you call it again?
it is a Spanish colonial cap badge, so it would have been on a military cap right in
Okay,
the front,
oh,
like a
cap
cap
back.
plate.
Okay, gotcha.
And they've said in the Spanish Colonial Museum that it is probably the only one that's ever been found in the U.S.
Wow.
Um, it is from Potosi in Bolivia, and we don't really know why the why that regiment was here,
Mm-hmm.
or in what capacity. It could have been to facilitate transfer of Louisiana between colonial powers, because
Right.
that's kind of in the approximate area where this was found. Um, but it's kind of hard to know, and there's more of it out there. There's more fragments to find to have a complete piece. It's so rare that it doesn't appear anywhere. I've been in
Right.
contact with people in Spain who are military experts,
Uh-huh.
and they can just kind of provide me with a rough drawing of what it might have looked like. So I consider that one of my best finds, just because of the interesting history behind it.
That is so cool. So cool. Thank you. And Mystic, thank you for the question. That's very neat. Um, okay, so Marty said he sent a special email to share, but I didn't. I checked my email and I didn't see it. I did see one from Torchy, so we may show a picture of that here if we have time. But William, we've got another one here. I did learn something on your TED talk about the likely reason for the holes in the coins. So thank you, and tell us about this one.
Yeah, so there's a section in my book about hold coins and why those coins were hold, and I'll kind of save that for the book.
Oh, hey, good
But
for you. Good for you. Yep.
there's a lot of theories about that.
Uh huh.
What you see here is one really good day. I found a ton of relics that day, and these 6 silver coins all came up in one day. It's just kind of scattered out through a spot that I just found.
That is so. Oh shoot, we lost William again, but that's all right.
And trying and
You still there? Yep. We've lost you again, but Torchy did send a couple of items here, so I'm going to try to put them on. It's hard to do on the fly here, but Torchy, thank you for and okay, so We're back there, but I don't think we're back on. Yeah, can you hear me, William? How's your audio? Oh, I didn't put you back in. No, I didn't.
Okay, I seem to have lost the your audio feed, my friend.
Yeah, can you hear me? Um, I can actually hear you, so hopefully, um, yeah, Marty. I'm not sure. There's a little too much going on for me to investigate it, so no worries. I'll do my very best to show that next week. Marty, I'm not sure. There's a little too much going on. Yep, we got you. I can hear my voice there, but um, anyway, yep. Lucky Duck says we can hear you both, so I think we're in pretty good shape there. Yeah, doggone gremlins. Okay, so let's do this, William. I want to make sure I've got plenty of time for the our second giveaway, and our second giveaway tonight is what we call the Monday Digs giveaway. And that Monday Digs giveaway is sponsored by High Plains Prospector Supply. And High Plains Prospector Supply, they have uh, they have whatever you're looking for with regard to metal detecting, gold prospecting, and treasure hunting. Uh, if you actually use the link in the middle there, then that's a affiliate link, and I do get a little bit of love there. But no matter how you find High Plains prospectors, make sure you use that discount code HIHO5. It'll get you an additional 5% off right at the register there, and that is they're good guys. If you call them, they will actually answer the phone. If you call during working hours, and man, every time I bring William in, we lose the feed again there. So anyway, sorry about that, William. So our contestants for tonight are these 100+ folks. You can see many people have multiple entries. So, in the way the contest works, is that on the Monday Digs lineup for tonight, in the comments, not in the chat, in the comments, put in the words Monday Digs. And you can put a hashtag if you want, that's fine. But if you put the words Monday Digs in, every time you do that, you will get another entry into the following week's Monday Digs contest. And you can do it. There were some people did all 6 videos, and did the live chat, the Hi Ho Live also. So some people actually have 7 entries for that. But at any rate, yeah, we're back on there. Thank you, William. And so all of these folks have put in the words Monday Digs in the comments on the Monday Dig lineups for the videos that follow. So they're all eligible for tonight's giveaway, which is a Mercury dime and a Roosevelt dime. Imagine that, guys. Hi Ho Silver giveaway, and it's silver, huh? So that's I messed that up. Let me. I need to fix my thing there. I was trying to put William back in the deal there. I love setting this up beforehand, but then apparently now when we lose the feed, I got to kind of reset it up again. So hopefully you guys can see this okay. This is our 120+ entries into the Monday Digs lineup. And so that's for a Mercury dime and a Roosevelt dime. And several people have commented tonight that they've received their silver and that kind of thing. So appreciate that. Now let's see who the lucky winner is. And we're going to spin the wheel. Best of luck on the Halloween version of Monday Digs. It's spinning very slowly on my end, so I always wonder how it's looking on the other end. When I go in to do the replays, it looks fine. And Dan talks football. Hey, from Las Vegas, buddy. Dan, now I do have a qualifier here. You've got to on this one. You actually have to be watching the video and put in the comments that you're here. So if that is not the case, I'm going to set my timer right now for 2 minutes, and I'm going to hit start. And if haven't heard from Dan Talks Football in 2 minutes, then we'll draw it again. So, but thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. Thanks for jumping in there, and let's see what happens over these next 2 minutes. If you guys would help me look out for him there, I'd appreciate that. Let me catch up with the chat here. Colonel H, thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yep, that's Talka from Chile. Love that. And we've got Fuzzy from Expressions of the Outdoors tonight, Monday content creator for tonight. So that's I'm really looking forward to it. Do you recognize the name of that channel, and have you seen anything from him, William? Do you recognize the name of
Sorry,
that?
I was just mute.
Oh yeah,
No,
sorry.
I don't recognize the channel.
If you haven't ever seen anything by him, check it out. It's called Expressions of the Outdoors, but he does lots of really cool animations, and it's almost always something to do with aliens or Sasquatch. And one week he even kidnapped Shane from Ohio River History, and I don't think he ever brought him back actually. So anyway,
That's
they're
awesome.
fascinating to me, and so anyway, let's see here. I haven't seen Dan from Dan Talks Football. So, but I do love talking football, and my Chiefs are on Monday night tonight. So I want you to know that I'm not going to play hooky tonight. I'm going to dutifully watch every single one of the every single one of the Monday Digs videos for tonight, and I have it on tape delay, and we'll watch the football game afterwards. Now, Riddle's Relics is one of the guys that is on here quite a bit, and he's a I did not see a Dan Talks Football and the timers going off there. So let me catch up with the chat real quick and make sure that I didn't miss him. And I'm already there. So you guys are in luck. We are going to draw again for the Monday Digs video, and this is all completely random. So who knows? Dan Talk Football could come up again. But let's spin the wheel and let's uh, let's see who the next lucky winner is. And we're spinning, spinning. I wonder if Team Lynch could win some. There we go, 5 Mile. I appreciate that. I do have my priorities, but they happen to be on the live today. Love you, brother. Ooh, the medical detectorist. Um, he of the hi-ho cycle coinage. Way to go! And I do think he actually is listening. He said he was driving, so let's see if he actually chimes in. Sam, I'm putting you on 2 minute warning, so let's see about that. I saw I saw Tim in there say "Go Lions," so good job, man. All right, we're on the 2 minute warning again, and oh, I think Sam, the medical detector, says someone brainwashed because they chimed in to say he's a great guy. Oh, there he is. He is a great guy, and he hosted me for my very first collaboration video when I was up in the Northeast one time. And he told me that Team Lynch and Jersey Ray, uh, New New Jersey or New Hampshire coin collector, several others were all from his club. They all are in the metal detecting club there. So congratulations to you, Sam. I'm putting you down as a winner for tonight, and well done, shipmate. Couldn't couldn't happen to a nicer fella. Okay, so Buckleboy sent you an order, but it has a twist. Unidentified buckle. Ha. Hope you can. Oh, that's
Yeah,
funny,
I'm
Shane.
happy to weigh in.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Team Lynch is awesome. Yep. Yeah, you're right about that. Team Lynch is awesome. Yeah, thank you, Shane. Sam's here, and he's gonna win a cool one. So, how we doing on time? Yeah, we're coming up on 6:30. So, guys, if you stay with us here, I have the automatic redirect on. It will automatically go to the very next video, and to start the Monday Digs lineup. But let's since we're just about at about the 15-20 minute mark, let me throw that back up just so everybody knows who's on Monday Digs tonight. And I'm going to take that off the screen there. Okay. our Monday Digs lineup for tonight. We're already on the we are already on the live, and that'll wrap up right there at 7:45. It'll get automatically redirected to Hi Ho Silver's Dirty Finds but Clean Fun video, followed by at 8 o'clock, B. Higgles. He's got another episode of that Drained Lake series, which, man, he has really been scoring big time. The next video after that is Metal Detecting Mermaid. She comes on 8:15 Eastern Time, and her video is hunting in the aftermath of a hurricane. So that should be quite interesting. The Followed by Florida Thunder Digging with Rob. He says it's huge and it's silver, and he's going to show you. So very cool. Thank you, Rob. Looking forward to that very much. Ohio River History follows that up. He's got a collaboration video with B. Higgles, and they are doing a product review. It is the CKG Treasure Seeker Kit. CKG Treasure Seeker Kit. And I had to practice that a few times before without getting tongue tied there. So we're looking very much looking forward to that. Followed by Dropped and Forgotten. He's got some old silver, and boy, it's tough to find old silver here in the Midwest. So thank you, Jeff. We're looking forward to that. And the last but not least, certainly not least, is Fuzzy Sasquatch of Expressions of the Outdoors. He's following along with the spooky Halloween theme. He's got a sanitarium that I think it's Waverly or something. So anyway, very much looking forward to that. And that's our lineup. And guys, I'm not tooting my own horn. This lineup every week represents a lot of human hours and energy. So thank you for participating in that. Thank you for all the creators who actually join in and do it. And we got another great lineup for tonight. So William, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I didn't. Did you see any questions that I might have missed on the chat there? I don't know if you can see the chat, but
I
um,
don't think so. I think we're all caught
okay.
up.
Yeah, good. Okay, well, very well then. Let's keep looking at your really cool. Actually, I want to throw one up here that Torchy sent in. I think she put that up there. So I'm going to try to bring. I don't want to remove that. Um, okay, so it says you're on the thing. Why are you not showing up there? Okay, so I'm going to add you to the scene. Just bear with me a second, William. Yeah, when I put it up there, it says you're offline. Okay, so sorry about the issue there, but if you would, I wasn't sure if we wrapped. I think this is where we lost you the last time. So if there's anything else you want to say about those coins, you're welcome to. Otherwise, I'll queue up another picture. Can you hear me, William? Oh, it says add to the scene. Okay, well, maybe. William, can you hear me now? Yeah, he's gone. Okay, he's truly gone now. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. There we go. He's back now. Yeah, we've got some funky internet connection going here, and we have your. I think this is where we left off. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I think this is where we left off was on the coins. There we go. I see something from Marty
Yeah,
now.
I'm in outer space. I got kidnapped too.
Now that's good. I like that. I like that. Was there anything else you wanted to say about the hold coins?
No, I think that there are a lot of reasons why coins would be whole, and I go through all those reasons with a.
Yeah,
It's like
good,
a
good.
three-page little insert in my book talking about that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
cool. Cool, cool. I'm gonna try to bring up Marty's find. He sent it in on the fly here, so I'm gonna try to bring that up. I won't have a lot of explanation for it, but oh man, that's a so William. We have some true operator error going on tonight, and when I brought up those button scenes, no one could hear me because I hadn't added myself to the scene, and no one could hear you either. So just adding those things in on the fly,
Off
yeah,
when
adding that
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
in on the
okay,
fly
that's
is
what's
just
going on.
right. Adding that stuff in on the fly, guys, is just a little more than I can manage right now. So just know if you send me a picture of your finds and cool, funny pictures, any of the rest of that stuff, I'm gonna show them, but I'm gonna show them the following week. Okay, so that way I can prep for them and make sure I've got them in the queue correctly, etc. So that one picture that I put up there, that was Torchy said she found that on the surface, 14K gold ring there. So that's very cool. Yeah, thank you, Tim. That is an awesome one. I appreciate that very much. There you go. You went to outer space, right? That's funny. I appreciate it. Oh, look at that. Bird Nest is in the house. Thank you for being here, Bird Nest. Appreciate that. We were right around the 10-minute mark. Oh, there you go. Read the book to find out. Torchy, you're on it, girl. Way to go. Way to go. Appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. Yeah, thanks, Colleen. I get it now. And some of it has been internet connection, but a bunch of it has also been operator error on my part. I'm not trying to do the stuff live. Is it just is it's a little beyond my technical capability right this second. So he says I dug this yesterday in Northwest Illinois, and those were the buttons. Those were the that infantry button that we showed there. Very cool.
Yeah,
Well,
and I was going to say to Marty, just in case he couldn't hear, the eye on that button is a very peculiar looking eye. The way the top and the bottom are kind of turned like a scroll. I've not seen that on very many buttons, so that may be kind of a rare die variant there. I'd be curious to know the back mark. If you'd like to reach out to me, feel free.
I appreciate that very much. Torchy, excuse me, is asking if there's a link where to buy the book. So I know you put it in the chat before, but go ahead and throw your link up there again if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
That way I know people will get it. Oh, here we go, Tim. I got you. Go Blue Jays. Very nice. Very nice. Appreciate that. And oh, here we go. I have a special request. This is this is for Torchy. You know I love you, Torchy. I love Ron too, but I think you're up at. This is these are my alien glasses. These are my alien detection glasses, and these are from Fuzzy Sasquatch Expressions of the Outdoors, and I can spot aliens over a mile away with these. So I can't see Bill very well, but there you go. There's my alien detection glasses. So thanks, Torchy. Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate that very much. Okay. There we go. Marty says, I've never been a button guy until yesterday. Patty, thanks for being here. Appreciate that very much. Love your channel and appreciate that. Here we go. Here's another one. How can we get the book? Amazon, your channel page, etc. And let me. There we go. Email Buckleboy at that address. Buckleboy metal detecting at gmail.com. So good, man. Hopefully your presence here and our promotion has will pay off a little bit. No pun intended. Um, mm, 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 mm. Sky. Oh, here we go. This is from that button. It says Skylar something New York backstamp. That was on that infantry button. So I don't know if that is enough to mean much, but there we go. Buckle Boy says I can and have shipped to Canada, so that's great. There you go, Torch. Appreciate you so much. Um, all right, Relic Rat chiming in. Great show. That is awesome. That is awesome. Ed's just, this is Wayne. Expressions of the outdoors. He says Ed's not Amish. He's just technically impaired, technologically impaired. So thank you for that, Ed, and that's quite true. I am not Amish, but I am technologically impaired. Um, and muchas gracias, mi amigo de Chile and de Chile. And I don't know if you've seen any of Talka's stuff, but he's a metal detectorist from Chile. Very cool. Very cool. All right, all right, all right. Okay, let's. We got a little over 5 minutes left, and now we can check out more finds. But since we're nearing the end of the show, William, is there any things that we didn't cover that you want to make sure we get out there? Any of the other special things about the book, or any of that?
Yeah, well, I just wanted to give people a sense of the time that's involved. Not only is it the 4 years of work, it's been an investment of about $23,000.
Wow.
That's for shipping costs, that's for layout, that's for editing fees, and all of that. And then, of course, I had to get photo permissions for some of the photos that I wanted to show that just wouldn't be the same without showing some of these non-dug items. So I had to
Right.
call and contact museums and collectors, and it's been the long timeline of the book has kind of helped in some ways because I've been able to track down information and see whether or not things were true that I thought about some of the relics, and to get confirmation that they were what I thought they were. And then, in terms of our relics, my wife and I have been digging together since, gosh, 2007 or so. 2006, 7, somewhere around in there. So, there's almost 20 years of relics there. And then I've been
Yeah,
digging since 1986. So
that
there's
is
a lot of
so
relics
cool.
there. And so what we did in preparation for this book was we went through and cataloged every single relic that either one of us had ever found. So 50 years of relics, basically. And cataloged every display case so that we could locate every single thing. And to take these photos, there's a lot of photos of my hands in the pictures of this
Right,
book
right.
because it's literally going through a spreadsheet that we took hours. I mean, it was months of every night, spending a couple hours cataloging relics. And then you say, well, I want all the brass thimbles, or I want a good assortment of shoe tips or heel plates, or various things that show whatever, or very specific relics sometimes. I
Mm,
want this one type of lantern wick turner from a kerosene
right,
lamp.
right.
And so you go through all those relics, open up a case, put it in your hand, open up the next case, put it in your hand, take a photo, and put it all back.
Yeah.
And this stuff just took hours and hours and hours. And so I'm really glad. To say that it's a labor of love for the hobby is even an understatement. And I'm really, really so happy to see it get out there. And this week it's already starting to get into people's hands, and the response has
Oh
been
yeah,
really great.
cool,
Yeah,
cool,
response
cool,
has been
cool.
great.
And you've been pleased with the pre-orders and the
Yeah, pre-orders have been very, very strong.
super.
It's been, kind of breaking our necks to get the pre-orders filled. The books came in
Right.
on Tuesday, and I moved 3,300 pounds worth of books into my house.
Oh my.
And then we started unpacking things and getting ready to ship. And we've shipped, gosh, 100 books out this week so
Oh
far, and in addition to our work. So I've been burning the midnight oil until 2 or
yeah.
3 in the morning packing books. So it's good to see them finally making their way into hands. And I
Yeah.
think people are really enjoying the book.
Super, super. One final comment from me on what you just mentioned was about you and your wife doing that, and I straddle the fence on that a little bit. There are many times when I see couples out there doing it, and I just there's a part of me that I really wish my wife enjoyed it. I mean, it does not resonate with her one bit. But at the same time, it also can be a nice respite for me. We have a lovely marriage and all that stuff, but hey man, if you've been married for 20, 30, 40 years, you know, I mean, sometimes it's nice to just get out there and just be tuned into my headphones and swinging away, and you know the world is in a different place and I'm just right there at the end of my nose. So we're just about out of time, and I just want to give a big, big, big thanks to you, William, for coming on. It's fantastic. I'm really excited about getting the book in my hands. I'm really proud of you and just really appreciate all of the effort and you being willing to come on. Everybody that sent in pictures, thank you very much. I'll do my best to have a better rhythm with that. Everybody who actually creates for Monday Digs and who joins in on the live chat and all that stuff. It means so much to me. I really am flattered and really really appreciate you guys for all the stuff that you participate in and kind of putting up with my dorky stuff that we do on the metal detecting. But we're getting so many neat comments in here, William, on what a great guest you've been. So thank you very much. And let's see here. We're coming right up on 6:45, so that will be the end. We got a few more, but I hope in in 6 months or something like that, you'll grace us again. Let us know how the book's gone, and we'll see if maybe you get a little goose in your on your channel too, because there's a lot of folks here who are avid video watchers and many of them probably haven't tuned into your channel before. So thank you,
Yeah.
thank you for being
Yeah.
here.
Happy to be here and happy to be a part of Monday Digs. A lot of respect for the creators that are in this lineup. Ohio River History. All of you all. I've been watching for a good while, and we're separated by a few days because I've got I Dig Fridays is the lineup that I'm on. But
Gotcha.
always had a lot of respect and love for you all here.
Right. Thank you so much. Hey, we'll catch up sooner rather than later. All right.
All right, thank you, Ed.
Thank you for being here.